Good morning, everyone. I hope we are all having ourselves an absolutely fun-filled Final Fantasy Friday. Let's get started on some more of these side quests. As with last time, the goal is to keep progressing all available battle classes to level 60 for the sake of abilities and being caught up with the tail end of the Heavensward MSQ. Which we will resume once I have completed all of these side quests. Because I believe, what am I, level 57? Yeah, 57 MSQ, so couldn't hurt to get everything all the way up to level 60. Let's see, the journal's a total mess, but we can at least kind of remember where I'm at. I really need to do some of the Thaumaturge stuff. That's still base 50, same as the Paladin. So let's get started with those. Samurai is also 52, so the rest of these are mostly either 52 or 54 and 56. Alright, so in that case, let's switch over to Black Mage. Do I have the Ironworks of Casting? Yes, I do, actually, so I could just use that. But I don't have to be gear checked until I think the level 54 quest, so I should be fine for the moment. Gnawed Reflections, Southern Thanalan. I did get that new Shadow Dragon from the Mog Tomes, which is exciting. Somehow I always have a knack for coming to Mordona whenever there's gloom around. I like it, it's different. Has that oil pastel aesthetic to it. And could I teleport? Sure, but as you can see, I'm doing my best to save what gil I have. Besides, the music's actually pretty good for some of these mounts. I genuinely enjoy riding them around. It's like if you're going to bother unlocking them, enjoy them. I know I said this in one of my other videos, but it really does completely astound me at the map size difference once you get to Heavensward. It's just so jam-packed full of activities. On top of being a significantly larger map scale. I'm hoping that's a pattern that'll continue into the other expansions. And all things considered, ARR is fine for what it is, considering you do have to walk around the majority of this until you beat the game. Or, you know, the base expansion, whatever you want to call it. I need to go to southern Thanalan, so I need to go all the way down there. You know, I'm fully aware that there is the so-called armory bonus, and yet I find myself just raising all of my classes more or less equally from the get-go. That's just the way I've always done it. I guess if I ever make a character in the future, that will be helpful, but as it stands right now, everything more or less stays relatively equal. There's something for a hunting log, so guess what? I'm going to grab that. Because I really should have done these hunting logs, I think, back in the day, but it's all right. I've run so many dungeons and things like that. I'm sure if I didn't have the Road to 90 buff, I would likely need to make more use of the hunting logs, so something to keep in mind if I ever make a character on another server. The bird took it out. Very nice. Ooh, pot of honey. Oh, the little cactus wants to pick a fight. Poor little critter. Now, I'm in southern Thanalan, so where am I supposed to go? Oh, we're going all the way down there. All right. A fire sprite is another thing for the hunting log, so let's just go ahead and grab that while we're here. You know, out of total curiosity, I'm going to try using an ice attack on it just to see if it does more damage. It probably shouldn't, but who knows? Maybe Pokemon rules apply. Yeah, no, I thought not. If for some reason the elemental spirits actually had elemental resistances like that, that would be something. Hello, Lilai. And there's a treasure chest. Perfect. That is Thaumaturge 29 taken care of. Thal's Respite. To Eastern Thanalan? Gotcha. Just if you thought you were going to fly over the Red Labyrinth. Oh, goodness gracious. Up, Furbles! Let's blast some Furbles for the hunting log. If I see that symbol, I'm going to stop and just do this real quick. It's like, oh, you were still alive. Hooray! And there's Red Mage quest back over there. So, worst case scenario, depending on what this quest has me do, I could just switch over to Red Mage and go do that, since I'm already in the same area. You know, call me crazy for doing all of these at once during the base ARR as well, up to level 50, but you'd be surprised at how much overlap there is, especially during the outfit fetch quests. I at least had 2, if not 3, that were in relatively close vicinities to each other, depending on the area. Which certainly made a big difference before you have access to flight. Somebody beat them to it. Alright, so back with Lalai at the Sacrarium. So let's switch over to Red Mage and knock out that Red Mage quest real quick. See where we're going for that. I mean, black loam is good fertilizer. That's all one word, isn't it? It is in the game, at least. Black loam is great fertilizer. After all. Oh man, they not only kidnapped the poor kid for ransom, but then when he actually came to pay, they just killed them both? That's insane. Yeah, that's true. They were Alamegan. Oh boy, we're going to the Mandeville Gold Saucer. Ooh, are we going to have a rumble at the saucer? Well, if we're going to do that, I just need to head back to Ul'dah. I'll grab the end of that Black Mage quest, and then after that we'll head to the Gold Saucer.
It's as you're taking a breather from poop gathering, huh? Get those Moogle tokens.
I really should get more Moogle tokens, but I'm actually trying to do the side quest this time. I'll do some of that after I've done some questing here. I at least wanted to do a little bit of some streaming for the side quests, get everything up to 60 or at least closer.
Y'all gotta do those.
Of course. So let's zip on over to Ul'dah super quick. Fun fact, if you summon your chocobo and then mount it, it actually pauses the timer for however long you have it summoned. But if you ride a different mount, the timer still ticks down. I like all the little Ladies' Day decorations. They're very cute.
I am doing main quest. Being a good mage. Love her look.
Oh, thank you. I do like the Ironworks gear, especially on Red Mage. Especially with the little tiny lanterns at the bottom. I love that aesthetic touch to it. Little tacit lanterns. Okay, I was actually going to the Thaumaturge Guilds, but it looks like I was going the wrong way. I'm glad I checked the map. We'll just get a brisk morning jog through the streets of Ul'dah here real quick.
The game is great at decorating for events. Ah, beautiful day for it, huh?
Absolutely. My little boy loves this center fountain. I actually really do too. Like, especially with the trees, the umbrellas, the little snacks, and, you know, bird decorations. It's a very aesthetically pleasing place. If I did take pictures, I'd probably love to take like just a really relaxed looking picture here.
It's pretty. It immerses you in the game.
Of course, and as we all know, immersion is critical. Hey, there's Sylvan. Good morning, Sylvan. It connects down here, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I mean, if a legendary tome full of forbidden knowledge and secrets of black magic just happened to be missing from the place where nobody's supposed to know where it is, I'd be pretty panicked about that too, Lalai. You are so totally fine for losing your composure about that, because we have a very serious problem that we need to resolve.
What the worst that could happen, lol.
Oh, exactly. It's not like this kind of magic didn't cause one of the calamities. Golly, the organ aesthetic for the Heavensward quest is just different. I like that. Why, yes, hello, Lalai. I am back from practicing my dark arts in less than the 30 seconds that we've spent talking to each other. What do you have for me? Have you found anything out in your investigation? Why, yes, I do have excellent timing, because you have found something.
I have a home in Emporium. Love Foundation.
I'll have to take a look. I don't think I've unlocked the housing district yet. I think I just have the base 3 from ARR.
It's fun. You will water a ton of gill lol.
Yeah, see, you know, 630k I have here right now. I'm good, you know.
Stable, my favorite thing.
I think I have all of, what, a tenth of what I would need for a house? And plus, I'm going to level with you, that is going to be such a rabbit hole for me, no pun intended, because I play a super cute Vieira girl, but I go crazy for Animal Crossing or Fallout home decoration, so that is going to take quite a while.
Share a house.
It's like, believe me, I would be going very deep on that. You know, if everybody wants to see it, I will eventually do some streaming of Fallout 76. I'd love to show you guys my homes.
I get it low.
Oh, absolutely. Heck yeah, I get some Animal Crossing. I've been playing since the GameCube. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're having yourself a fun-filled Final Fantasy Friday.
Me too.
Oh boy, we get to talk to the Beastmen crew again. I love it when they bring back characters from the base story. That's awesome. Back to Kazag Cha. Kazag Cha the Amalja. Burgundy Falls is past that crevice, so I believe that's just past Drybone, so we want to go back to... Yes, Eastern Thanaland, so here we go. Now, to prove a point, it's about 15 minutes and 30 seconds. We mount the Chocobo. I'm actually amazed that it sat there that long. I'm not even sure I remember who sent that. But I don't want to be rude at the same time. It's like, oh, let me accept your friend request after it's probably sat there for like 2 or 3 weeks, and it's like, who are you again?
Is adorable.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I like mixing and matching the gear, so I went for what seemed practical. Have, you know, my faction helmet with a little bit of spike on there for battle power. I have the Christmas supplies, so we have plenty of snackies and beverages. And, you know, a nice little scarf to keep them warm. And I have the extra reinforced barding for the legs, so that way it's, you know, form and function.
I like it. Unique. Awesome.
Wait, it says I can go to Eastern Thanaland this way? Or did I... Oh no, it threw me off. It's the map. I hate it when it does that. But thank you, I'm glad you like the design. Now, if I understand correctly, you can change the color of your Chocobo? Is that right? Like, since my little boy likes orange, would I be able to make it orange?
Yes, if you stable it.
Okay, so that's what the stables are for. See, look, I'm riding it right now. The time's frozen. That proves my point.
And you need to feed it fruits to change its color.
Aha, fruits change the color. But if it's mounted, the timer doesn't go down. So I can summon it with the Gishel Greens, and as long as I'm riding it, the timer doesn't move. Same as if you were in a sanctuary city. As long as it's its own self-contained map, like Foundation, Ul'dah, Limsa Lominsa, or Gridania. Any sanctuary that's out in the open on a map, however, the timer will still go down unless you have mounted the creature. So this is like a handy way to kind of extend having it around. As long as I don't have one of those instance things with a quest that kind of, you know, wipes it away.
time-consuming but worth it. Turned mine blue. There is a Chocobo calculator you can use too.
Ooh, okay. Hello, Kazag Cha.
Bodacious, I am glad to see you again, my friend. What brings you here this day? That such tomes should exist. But to answer your question, I have been visited by a suspicious man, and very recently, though visited fails to capture the nature of our meeting.
I like the rough voice, but it's very difficult for me to do. You know what I like to do, though? I like to mess around with different voices for the characters. Just for fun.
Not a bell ago, a robed man appeared before me. Join me, he said, and together we shall master the dark arts. A dubious offer, which I naturally declined. But no sooner had the words left my mouth than he unleashed a barrage of spells at me. Though I could scarce believe it, I was...
Story-telling voice.
Well, thank you.
I would swear the spells that he wielded were black magic. I warded off his attacks and countered with spells of my own, and he swiftly turned tail. All this happened but a short while ago. He cannot have gone far since then. If you mean to confront him, you would do well to exercise caution. Though he alone approached me, I felt the presence of others.
All right, well, thank you very much, Xogcha. Well, and apparently they're right behind us. Well, isn't that super convenient? Saddle up, Rappy. Looks like we got ourselves a little bit of a scrap to head to. But aren't you a black mage? I mean, to be fair, he does have what looks to be a plant staff or a crozier, so very likely it is a conjurer or white mage.
I'm a white mage at heart, lol.
Oh, red mage all the way. I love having the adaptive style of melee and magic. Red mage all the way. Or I will also say that, well, honestly, summoner, scholar, and astrologian are also a lot of fun. But that's my personal preferences. Maybe I just like something with more spectacle and particles. If it does not look like I am birthing a galaxy when I cast magic, I'm just not interested.
I love all the magic Pulse says.
I mean, to be fair, white mage is absolutely beast-like when you can just stun stuff with heaven or holy. I'm hoping that Black Mage actually gets a bit more complex, because, you know, the fire and ice rotation is simple enough, but it gets kind of stale after a while. I think that's why Black Mage was one of my lowest classes that I do have, simply because it's the same thing. Oh, stay outside range of attacks and cast fire until, whoops, I'm low on magic, better switch over to ice. Cast a few ices.
It gets Flare Star.
Oh, I did get Chocobo Meteor for my Blue Mage, of all things, and actually I didn't even know that you could. I saw the red Chocobos in Heavensward use that attack, and I was like, that looks like something a Blue Mage could use. I'm going to experiment with that. It's like, lo and behold, I got the attack. So hooray, I got Chocobo Meteor. Also, another fun fact, and I'm sure you guys probably already know this, but a lot of the yellow quests can be run as a blue mage. So if you wanted to get experience or just mess around with it, I may even go back and like redo all of like the super low basic ARR quests as a blue mage just for the pure gimmick nature of it.
Is incredible. Urchakobo makes it more powerful.
Oh, really? Now I'll have to experiment with that. Interesting.
It's a fast cast.
And it also looks really cool. I love it with the little stars. Can we appreciate how somehow with some of these characters you know their name even though they haven't introduced themselves? He didn't say his name. Yeah, no, it's like who are you? What do you want? Oh, this aura. So how do we know his name and it's not just a question mark if he never introduced himself? Don't mind me, I'm just nitpicking again. You get the point that I'm making though. It's like the guy never said his name.
Looks comfy.
Yes. Just practicing his dance moves, as always. Golly, I cannot keep doing that rough voice, and my throat already hurts just from doing that. I would have to practice that. That is too gruff and low for me. Goodness. Do you guys actually like when I try to do all the silly little different voices? I know there's not always consistency, but just to help break the reading monotony. I didn't know. Some people seem to, some people don't. I kind of want to do that as like a poll. There is a misunderstanding that I wish to clear up. We meet for the first time, and that fact alone should suffice to settle the matter, but for the sake of formality, pray answer this question. Am I the man who attacked you?
No, you are not. You bear scant resemblance to the villain.
Now that the matter is behind us, allow me to introduce myself. I am Hero Zayanella of the Conjurers Guild in Gridania. I knew it! He was a conjurer! I called it! Well, wait a minute. Then you should know who I am, because I've been with the Conjurers Guild before, unless you're in a different branch than Brother Isumiyan.
It adds little something special.
Well, thank you. The Seedseer Council has sent me to find a man who wields black magic, the forbidden art of destruction. His trail led me to this area, where I chanced to witness him attacking your Amalja friend. Alas, the villain beat a hasty retreat, and I lost sight of him in the confusion. You approached me shortly thereafter. You may not be connected to the man I seek, but you are a practitioner of the dark arts nonetheless. The aura is telltale, so don't even think to deny it. You must also answer to justice. The Books of Naldthal. Matron preserve, I was not aware that such terrible tomes existed. This woman, Lalai, she may well know something useful. I will pay her a visit, and I expect you to be there as well. Well, sure, because she's probably not going to talk to you about them otherwise. Because this is kind of supposed to be hush-hush knowledge.
I take it you intend to continue searching for the mystery black mage. Though I doubt that his skill is a match for yours, he has proven himself unpredictable and dangerous both. Be sure to keep your wits about you. I shall go to Daza and Dozul Melok and apprise them of the situation. For now, you would do well to return to Lalai.
Very sassy.
Good, yeah, sorry, I was gonna say the painful, throaty voice. It's tough. It's a practice thing, like I said. Thank you, Sylvan, I appreciate the thing for that. Because I don't want it to be something you guys don't want to listen to. Because I'm sure that's not good for my voice to do that either. If I wish to keep things buttery smooth like a sensual drop of honey, then I must not destroy my poor voice with throaty utterings. Alright then, I'll try maybe working on some different accents or lilts and pitches or pronunciation patterns. I'll do that instead, that'd be a little more unique. I don't need to try to have the Batman voice. Where's Harvey Dent? No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we don't need to make the Amal just sound like bad Batman. So I'm not going to worry about doing that going forward. I do want to try to make the character sound unique enough if I can. I know I only have a limited range as one person, but still. Yeah, no Hulk Hogan or bad Batman throat voice is necessary. Appreciate your 2 cents on that, Sylvan. I'm just glad that you guys like me trying to do voices in general, because it's honestly fun. It'll be good practice. As I've said before, eventually I would love to be on radio, audiobooks, voice acting, anything like that. So that's kind of the pipe dream that I'm after, which is why I do streaming as a hobby. Let's see what he says. By the gods, it's as if she has no ears to listen. I told you she's not going to utter a word until I get here.
You deaf could you got the voice.
Now, I was going to say I'm not going to try to do the feminine voices. I am way too low for that, but... Just pretend that if I do say something that at least is not in a dialogue box, we're going to just assume that's Bodacious being sassy, and you'll just have to imagine what she sounds like. But the words would be generally the same. Because it's fun to be sassy every now and again.
Yes.
Oh, not twice, but thrice he called you a fool?
Empictores, Drag Nests, Savix, Matsui ZK, Jess Cox, Purple Rodriguez, Clear Rappins FF14 Yukyabis videos.
Aye, and I will say it again, you are a fool, but the worst fool of all was your master Kukuruka. It is because of him that these miscreants are running rampant. Let me start again. I know about the Book of Thal, and I know the people that took it. They call themselves the Defiant, and their sole objective is to master the art of destruction. The man I have been tasked with finding is their leader. Waldiv is his name, and he used to be a conjurer of Stilglade Fane. The man harbored a deep hunger for power, the power over those he had sworn to protect. In order to satisfy this craving, he began dabbling in the dark arts. Before long, however, his doings were made known to the guild, who summarily banished him. But as he left, he declared that one day he will show the world the true power of black magic. For years we heard naught of Waldiv. Some of us dared to hope that his words were but wind. Alas, he has returned, and this could only mean one thing. He is ready to make good on his promise. So you knew this guy was a threat, you lost track of him, and instead of deciding to play Where's Waldiv for however many years, just let him to his own devices?
Forbidden spells always ruin lives, huh?
Conjurer's Guild kinda dropped the ball on that one, huh? I'm afraid so. It is no coincidence that the tome went missing at the same time juncture the mana reappeared. Even now, he continues instructing his minions in black magic, and every day that passes sees the cult grow into a bigger threat. If we are to move against them, we must do so now. Oh, no worries, Lalai. I'm the main character. I'm sure I could take on an entire legion of black mages so long as they come in waves. Making fun of the quest progressions with battles. Bold of you to decide to teach me a brand new... Yeah, exactly. Main character power. Plot armor, you gotta love it. But, no, and of course, bold of you to teach me a brand new black forbidden magic in front of Mr. Conjurer's Guild here. He does say something about it. What? You mean to fight destruction with more destruction? This can only end in tragedy, I tell you. Thank you for sticking up for me, Lalai. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Were the situation not so dire, I would bring you to justice without a moment's hesitation. Sir, you are a base-level conjurer. What do you really expect to do against an advanced black mage? I'm sorry, are you a white mage? Do you have access to holy? Do you have access to improved stone? Or even arrow 2? I'm just gonna size him up with clear critiques of his lack of ability. Do you really think you are capable of bringing such as us to justice? Golly, I have such a Cheshire Cat grin on my face when I say that too. That's so terrible. I love poking at pompous people who think they have some measure of authority. Fortunately for you, a greater threat looms over us all, and we must cooperate if a disaster is to be averted. Your connections have proven useful before, and they may do so again. If you learn aught through them, I will thank you to send me word, but know that I'll not tolerate any interference in my investigation. Hey, we're in Ulda. You can't just go around dropping the investigation word, okay? A certain intrepid inspector might hear about that, and that's the last thing we need in this sort of a situation. Props to those of you who get what I'm getting at. Yes, a most gentlemanly visitor may decide to shoehorn into our little situation here. If it wasn't obvious, I'm talking about Hildebrand. Ooh. Okay, very interesting. They're giving something with...
Not as much as Sidha.
Well, I mean, come on, that's Gigasid Garland. I almost messed up the name. Not Giga Chad, Gigasad. Gigasad Garland, that's what he's in his edge face. Gigasad. That's... Is that the scene emo edgelord phase? Is like Giga Sad listens to the My Chemical Romance Bullet for My Valentine, etc. Frost those tips with a little neon color. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, every so often I have just some absolutely wonderfully random imaginative things that happen here, I swear. Anywho, yes, ley lines, something that typically was what? Supposed to be more fairy-oriented. I'm surprised they're giving that to Black Mage and not something to do with Scholar, considering the heavy reliance on quite literally a fairy familiar. But hey, I'll take it. So what's it do? Okay, so you're essentially drawing power from it. Okay. I mean, that makes the most sense for being what it is. Basically just more of a quick cast. Good, about time you get something like that. Alrighty, so now we'll get on to level 54. I'll at least accept the quest, and then we'll go take the quick pit stop over to the Golden Saucer for the Red Mage. I think I still need to do the level 52 one for Samurai as well, so let's just kind of progress everything more or less equally. It gives us a little variety. Do you guys want me... Actually, I guess I should ask. Do you want me to jump around between classes to keep things a little fresher, or does that make it too chaotic? Would you rather just see each individual story fully through, or jump around for the sake of variety? Because I honestly don't care either way. I usually just do everything more or less equally, but if you want to just like hyper focus each individual story, we could do that. I've got a pretty good memory, so unless it's been a while since I've touched it, I would have a general idea of what has happened previously. But of course that may be buried in one of the previous streams. Like I said, if you guys want to weigh in on that, Sylvan and Azure, got you guys mixed up there for a second. Whoopsie. I'm still going to grab the quest either way, though. Stop a class or job at a level gap? Okay.
I think it's fun to see you switch around.
Alright. Kind of either a level gap or switch around. Alright, cool. So that's cool with the way I've been doing it, more or less, then. Kind of get everything more or less on the same page, so to speak. Talking about the Moogle's postal network. Well, of course. I'll have to go work on some more of my glamour plates. Especially now because I will not have like the unique class armor for every class. I was tempted to just use glams of the armor I'm wearing right now. Just, make like each one the glam for that class since it's considered the, artifact, relic, armor, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. It would be nice to have some more unique looking things for each class once I get enough fashion items. Okay, so now I've got to think of a fun voice for kobolds. What's a little rat kobold gonna sound like? Oh my gosh, I could make him like really creepy and unsettling or something like that. Maybe I should.
I waste so much gil on glam. It's so fun.
I mean, again, isn't like the general consensus, glam and housing is pretty much end games. It's like that's the real end game right there. Is you got to like get the perfect house, the perfect glams. Everybody needs swanky threads and stylish homes. Quite literally cribs of Eorzea. or what is it? What's the one that what was it? What's her face? Joan Rivers or whoever. Oh yeah, fabulous lifestyles of the wealthy in Eorzea or something like that. Oh yes, darling, it's going to be absolutely fabulous.
It's fun playing and looking fresh to death, lol.
Well, of course. Oh, gear sets for specific looks nice. Sylvan's gone even further beyond. Sylvan reached Super Glam 3 level. Oh, not just Super Glam 2, but all the way to Super Glam 3, going even further beyond.
Yes.
Actually, this would be a good way to get the practice for the Beastman voices. Super Glam 3, aka Fashion Rabbit Hole. Yes, absolutely, as it should be. I mean, essentially putting your wallet on afterburner, right? I mean, this is literally the Gil incinerator. Super Glam 3. Okay, so let's see. We need to go back to Lenosha. I'm sorry, Lenosia. Exactly, the Fry meme. Just hold up my bag of Gil. Shut up and take my money. Okay, did that dude in Novice Network just seriously ask about a movie about an Ayn Rand book? Atlas Shrugged of all things. Okay, this is why sometimes I leave Novice Network up and running, just because of the most random topics that get in there. It's... wow. I don't have anything to say, it's just that caught me by surprise. I was not expecting to see that. Still, it could be much worse. Alright, airship landing. Oh my gosh, look at all those quests that are connected to areas. Let's switch over to the Red Mage. In our fancy-dancy, Ironworks outfit. Yes, the Golden Saucer. My apologies, Bodacious. I neglected to ask if you were a patron of these halls. But we are here now, and Master Wilkin is still occupied with his trade. I am tempted to eavesdrop on his dealings to learn what manner of man we are saving. Oh, I want to make Zrun Tia just like this absolutely boisterous character. He's this champion of justice after all. You gotta live up to the Storybook legends or something. I want to make him just this larger-than-life character. Let us play the part of happy gamblers and wander by his meeting in the Mandeville Lounge. Just look for the wonderfully hideous golden statue. Like I said, it'll take me a little while to narrow down what voices I want to make for people, but... I guess I should play the mini Cactpot while I'm here. Wish me luck, everybody. I haven't done this in a long time. Okay. So let's see here.
Good luck.
Remember, I can reveal 3. So maybe what I'll do is... Yes, do the squares. If there are squares, then if I do the 4 corners, then I have a general idea of what it would be in each direction. Okay, so we have big numbers in every direction. The only 3 that are unknown would be right down the middle or the perpendicular cross section. Otherwise, we know that at bare minimum, I would have 12 plus whatever's in the middle if I go to the top. I would have 11 plus whatever's in the center if I go diagonal. I would have 8 plus whatever this way, or 7 if I go this direction. Now, which way do I want to go? A lot of the larger numbers don't have exactly a high payout, so I would most likely want to do... So this would be 13 if I go there. Watch it be a 1 or something like that. This could possibly be a smaller number. Because we still need, the numbers that we don't have are going to be 1, 3, we're not going to have 4, and we don't have, I guess just roll the dice and pick one at random. The corners don't give me all that much. Let's go right down the middle. That's not too bad. We got 18, okay. Okay, now we got dead center with this one, so... Again, maybe pick the edges, or we could pick... Let's see. Because I can pick 3. this could be a small number, whatever it is. Four, 8, and whatever's at the bottom. This would be 12, which would be a guaranteed 108. Or you know what, let's go for the small, see what it says. No, 14. Should have known there was going to be a 9 in there. One more and we'll pick randomly. Alright, we got a 9. Five, 1, 8. I see you over there, Sylvan. Let's pick down the center. Why not? Hey, 180, you know what? We'll take it.
Make sure you do fashion report in saucer.
Fashion report? I think I gotta remember what that is.
You can always win 10,000 MPG.
Ooh, okay. I have gotten the little mini cacpot once, the 10,000 from this thing.
Super lucky 60,000.
Ooh, very nice. Hey, it's the Bob Ross elf. Hello. And he is a Pictomancer too, which is even better. Okay, so we need to go upstairs. Wonder Square West. We'll just hit the Aetheryte. I need to get the Senor Sabotender. It's so cute. Need a little cactus in a tuxedo. Oh wow, I mean there's something right here. Goodbye, tuxedo cactus. There's our Master Wilkin. The young man he was talking to, he is known to me. I'm one of the lads belonging to the Alamegan Resistance, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this is clearly more than some simple business deal. But why waste time on suppositions when we can speak with the merchant himself, huh? Mistress Bodacious and Master's Rune, glad am I for this chance to thank you in person for the kindness you showed my daughters. Father Iliad sent me word to expect you. He also mentioned that the danger to my family is not yet past. You suspect that I've been marked for assassination? Aye. Have you any idea of the why? Say, retaliation for funneling funds to the Alamegan Resistance under the guise of standard business dealings? I thought as much. I recognized your client as some of the young freedom fighters I'd seen in Gir Albena. Oh, rest assured that your secrets are safe with us. I myself have spent the better part of my life aiding the resistance. Your dealings do, however, seem to have drawn some rather unpleasant attention. Very well. You saved my children's lives, and so I will trust you with the truth. Many Alamegan refugees are employed here at the Gold Saucer, in no small part due to the wishes of the establishment's owner, Lord Godbert Manderville. Even his statue is in his boxer shorts. That's amazing. Does this dude ever wear clothes? I just imagine Godbert must be like what's the person? There's that character in Fairly Odd Parents, Juandissimo, the macho suave fairy that anytime he flexes it just rips his shirt right off immediately. I feel like that's the same thing here with Godbert. Several of these employees have direct ties to the Resistance, the young man you saw now being one such conduit. As to why I met them here, well, it is a matter of hiding the trees within the forest. There was another incident not so long ago where the son of an Alamegan-born merchant was kidnapped by a cadre of mages. When the father attempted to pay the ransom, the fiends slew both parent and child. I fear the scenario was one they hoped to repeat with you. Yes, a terrible turn of events, that was. I did not know the merchant personally, but I knew of his efforts. He, too, was said to have supported the resistance with the fortune he made in Ulda. And there we have our connection. They seek to eradicate resistance sympathizers. I sense the hand of the Empire behind this cabal. Ah, but the assassins themselves favor magic, so they are unlikely to be native Garleans. The puppeteer could very well be a hired killer, or mayhap a recruit from a subjugated province. We shall learn the truth in due time. For now, however, we must take steps to keep you alive. Lord Manderville is a member of the Syndicate, and the Gold Saucer is his domain. Striking at me here would be very difficult, to say the least. I do, however, have pressing business to attend to in Vesper Bay in the coming days. Vesper Bay, huh? And given its peculiar approach, I could think of a dozen places from which assassins could stage an ambush. Might you entrust your safety to Bodacious and me? Together we will prove more than a match for any ambushers, and it would also afford us greater insight into our foe. Well, you certainly appear capable. I'll gladly accept your protection. Then it's settled. Let us travel ahead to Vesper Bay and scout out the area. Ah, can I pet the Senior Sabotender? It looks so neon. Can I pet it? No, come back. I want to pet you. You gonna hold still so I can pet you? There we go. Little tuxedo cactus. Alrighty, so now we should be able to skedaddle back to Vesper Bay.
Well,
Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. We've received word from Preston Garvey that another settlement is in need of assistance. I love making that joke. I don't care if nobody else gets it. I love combining the errand running of Fallout 4 with that little Waking Sands thing, because as we all know, the Minutemen always have another settlement in need of assistance. Oh my gosh, I should totally, like I said, I do want to do Fallout 76, but I should maybe do some Fallout 4 as well. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I have a bunch of different games I'd be able to play. Okay, so this is to the airship, which will go this way.
Bodega.
Hey, good morning, Alice. Great to see you. How you been doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, having an absolutely fun-filled Final Fantasy Friday, of course. I might even do some Fallout 76 after I have some errands in town later this afternoon, if anybody'd be interested in that.
I just made it to Shadowbringers.
Congratulations! Oh, have fun. Have fun. No spoilers, of course, but all my best. Have fun. I'm working through all of the side quest stories for, what, all 17, 19 of the classes I have unlocked right now? Might as well get everything, you know, story-wise up to 60, so I'll be prepared for the end game of Heavensward when I finally get past the 57 MSQ. I figured we'll just treat this like, what, Game of Thrones? Oh, the Dravanian Horde is approaching! Eventually! It's like, believe me, I've got plenty of time to flesh out all these other stories before I worry about that.
Face I will. What was the MSQ for 57? I forget already.
Devourer of Worlds. So I had just gotten to where we met the Vanu or whatever. You know, the owl people. That I use the cranberry voice that everybody really likes.
Well, yes, Netherlings. I don't mean to ruffle your feathers, but we've got ourselves quite a situation up here among the cloud tops. For we, the Vanu, have been watching out for the great sky whale.
People seem to really like that voice, so that's what I've decided. I've attributed the cranberry voice from Fallout over to the Vanu.
He grinning, squinting face, that is great.
Yes, so that is actually the voice that I have for one of my characters in Fallout 76, purely just as fun immersion.
Now sit down for a second, children. Let old Pappy Cranberry school you on how things are done in the wasteland, provided you can pay a, lovely contribution of some, shall we call it, chemical entertainment.
I just love making him this, sociable, tweaker character. It's like, oh, he'll impart you some sage wisdom. You just gotta butter him up with some delightful chems. Oh, goodness gracious. So like I said, maybe later I'll stream some Fallout 76. We can all just have some adventures with Cranberry. Besides, I do want to show people the housing and camp building there. It's a lot of fun. But I know Final Fantasy is what we're here for now, so I won't go too much about that. We need to go to Western because we have to go to Vesper Bay.
You should.
Yeah, I've gotten several people that actually say they would like me to stream Fallout 76, so I just might do that this evening. We'll see. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I do hope you guys get a chance to stop by, if so. Now, I think you can fly over this plateau.
So long as the kiddo doesn't have a million things for us to do tonight, XD.
Sounds like a plan. I'm kind of in the same boat. Well, I appreciate that. Again, assuming I'm not in the same situation with my own kiddo, then it should be good to go. Ooh, fancy tower over there. Oh yeah, that was the place where I fought what's his face. Redatin! That's right. That's a Garlean place. That's right. Alright, so where are we going for this quest? Aha! Imagine being obscured by a Lalafell statue. Good, you're here. Master Wilkin has begun his overland trek from Ul'dah. Before he left, I asked the good merchant to discuss his travel arrangements with less than his usual discretion. Assuming the assassins have eyes and ears on their target, we can assume they will have moved to occupy the most favorable ambush sites. Now, if I were intent on murdering a lone traveler, I would choose one of two options. The first being the alleys here in Vesper Bay, and the second being the long, dark tunnel leading into the town. I propose we split up and secure both areas. I will take the back streets, and you can have the old mining shaft. Sweep the tunnel clean of ambushers, and then meet me back here when you are sure the route is safe. Oh, I was about to say I was going to have to launch up and go over there. They're counting it right here. That's convenient. I was expecting they were talking about that elevator tunnel from Horizon.
You gotta love the far and wide fetch quests they send you on XD.
Oh, and especially when the fetch quest fakes you out by sending you all of 20 feet from where you're currently standing. Okay, I can appreciate how little that actually happens. Here I am expecting to take off to the skies and go flying from my destination. It's like, it's 20 feet away. Oh, well how about that? What do you know? It's not like you couldn't see into this tunnel from where we were just having our conversation.
That's hella rare XD.
I know, that's why it stuck out so much. My goodness. Ah, defeated their ambush, did you? Well done! As you can see, they had a second group waiting in the wings. Your opponents were the same mute attackers as before, yes? I pity these cursed pawns, but we cannot let mercy stay our hands. They are little different from the walking dead, and no art can restore them. I did, however, allow one to escape my blade.
I was just complaining to the hubs the other night I had to keep flying back and forth for one of the WHM quests.
Yes, okay, and
One
I'm pretty...
up and down from top to bottom over and over.
Oh, goodness, so you had to have map shifts on top of that, see? Now that I understand. Keep in mind, as I said before, I have raised all my classes equally from playing the base game, which means I did the entire fetch quests for all of the outfits without the ability to fly in ARR. So I was on foot or on mount, having to run everywhere to get all of those outfit pieces. Every single one.
Yikes XD.
Yes, there's a reason people kind of called me crazy in the novice chat. It's like, wait, you did all that before beating ARR? Yes, I had all of my classes at least to level 50 and had the relic armor for them, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if relic's the purple gear for the weapon or if that applies to the blue armor. You know, the quest gear, the stuff you get from the story. But point being, yes, I got all of that for each of the classes in ARR before going to Praetorium. That's probably why I'm only, maybe 2/3 or whatever it is through Heavensward, and I'm already at level 60s for all my classes. If I keep up this kind of momentum, there's a very distinct chance that I'm probably going to end up being max level before I even finish the MSQ. Which basically means all that experience goes to waste. You know, imagine having to buy Dawn Trail simply because of the fact you need that classes to get XP for.
Probably XD.
I could absolutely see that as how this is going to go down. It's like oh man, by the time Bodacious reaches Endwalker, it's like already all the classes are maxed. So, goodness gracious, if I want to have any, experience, I'll have to just get a new class. Better buy the expansion.
I'm cycling through several classes to keep them story relevant.
Oh, well, of course, Alice, but remember, that's what I'm already doing. I have, 17, 19 classes that are all level 60-something? Anyway, oh my goodness. On purpose, of course. He seemed eager to disengage, so I obliged. He limped off towards the coast, but with the wound I gave him, he'll not have fled far. I will track down this last assassin to his destination. Pray remain here and greet Master Wilkin. He should be arriving through your secured tunnel any moment now. Sure. Ah, and there he is. Hello, Wilkin. You look afraid of something. Ah, Mistress Bodacious. Here I am, and with nary a scratch upon my person.
So many a grinning, squinting face I have, I think 4-5 that I'm going through, and yes. Back to my story too. But I'm here to hang. D.
Sounds great. Thank you for stopping by, Alice. You've saved my family, and for that I can never truly repay you. But I must at least try. Pray share this gift with Master's Rune. My supplier will be waiting, and so I must take my leave of you. May Nald enrich you and bless your endeavors. Because, yeah, let me see, just as I was saying, yes, okay, so 61 Paladin and Warrior, 62 Dark Knight, 63 Gunbreaker, 62 Monk, 63 Dragoon, 61 Ninja, Samurai, Bard, Machinist, and Black Mage, 62 White Mage, Scholar, Astrologian, Dancer, and Summoner, and 163 Red Mage. We don't really count Blue Mage because it's still in the 50s since that's a gimmick class. And again, I am only partially through Heavensward, and I've already got this level of experience spread out through everything. Extract materia? White dots on your gear. Oh, is that what that means? Condition 100, Spirit Bond 100, 100, 100. Oh. Thanks for the heads up, Sylvan. I did not know that's what that was. I think I can extract materia. I think I had to go back and do the quest for that after starting Heavensward. Because I had like a backpack full of stuff that was at experience 100 or whatever. I'm pretty sure I can. Yes! Okay, great. Well, cross our fingers. Let's pray to RN Jesus real quick. Give me some good materia, please, or I'm just going to sell it.
Yeah, I have 72 WHM, 70 Machinist, Dancer and Summoner, and 42 Warrior. That's only been played for Palace, and I just unlocked Astro.
Cool. We'll keep up the good momentum, Alice. Like I said, I like experimenting with all the different classes. I haven't, there's something I genuinely like about each of them, and I love that this game lets me play anything I want. I've made the comparison before, but it really does remind me of old school RuneScape, where if you really wanted to, you can level a character in everything. You don't have to have multiple characters. You want to be a wizard, just put on wizard gear. Ta-da! You can train your wizard skills. If you want to be Melee, you could just switch over to plate, mail, and a weapon. You know, ta-da, now you're a melee character. I love this. Especially, I mean, if you go absolutely bonkers with the character design like I do. Oh, very much nicer, I agree. You know, you go all in on character design, you want to make that character go as far as possible. Not trying to talk over you in the text-to-speech or anything either. I just get so excited I start gushing. Okay, so we got another 3. We're getting level 3s, which aren't bad, but come on, give me some 4s. I think 4s are going to be more useful. Okay, that's a 2. I'll sell that. That's garbage.
Gush away.
Okay, so we got some Savage Mites level 3. Please do not be shocked at the horrendous state of my backpack. Yeah, I'll just sell the one random 2 to try to save some space. I have so much junk in my backpack. It's because I don't know what I should keep and what I shouldn't. And some of this stuff I don't even know what it does.
Face screaming in fear.
I know. Bodacious has like almost perfectly balanced classes, great style. Do not look in her backpack. Do not look in the backpack. Yes, the Chocobo saddlebag is full of all my monster loot. It's just as bad. I mean, I do want to do crafting eventually, so I thought it would be smart to hang on to everything. And I mean everything that I came across. All the stuff eventually has to be useful, right? There are a few things I can at least condense, because I already have something in there. Can't store that, can't store the meat. How about the Yeti Fang? Cannot store that. No wyvern skin, no dragon skin or dragon fangs, no. Can't store the dragon blood. Oh, and you got that with 9 retainers. Okay, I don't feel as bad. Thank you, Sylvan. I am probably going to have to like get multiple retainers though, because again, I want Bodacious to be an everything character. I want her to be a crafter. I want her to be a gatherer. If I make future characters, then I'll worry about them being more specialized. But Bodacious is the first playthrough. I want to experience everything as her. And I mean, that includes beast tribe societies and all that too. I really don't even care if it's dead content. I'm still going to go try to poke around in it a bit. As long as it's not PvP, I'm pretty much game for anything. I just have never found a game with PvP that I actually like that isn't toxic or stacked with twinks. But who knows? Maybe once I get more comfortable with my class rotations, I might, and I say might, try it someday. I feel like it's one of those things where if you had a good crew of people to run with and just have a good time, even if you're losing, that makes a huge amount of difference. Versus if you're going by yourself, you don't know what you're doing, and then you're just getting your butt handed to you by people who know better. It's no fun if you lose all the time. But anywho.
You get a new condensed set of abilities in FFXIV.
Oh, they actually give you a whole new set of abilities, so it's not even like working with what you have as the class? Okay, so then there'll be a learning curve, but I guess that's good. I do appreciate you guys chiming in kind of with like the more or less spoiler-free stuff. Got you. Botanist, then miner, and goldsmith. Okay. Sounds like a plan. I am going to sell this worthless level 2 materia, though. Give me my 60 gil for that.
It is, but it's condensed. It's weird. If you go to Wolf's Den, you can see the abilities.
And then somebody be like, oh no, sell it on the market. It's like, who's going to buy a Savage Materia 2? Come on. I'll at least take the 60 gil for that. Like I said, I'll use 3 because it's still relatively useful at this point, but then I really probably ought to start putting these into gear. Kicker is I don't really know which one I want to do. Oh well. Yeah, my horrendous backpack. Oof. So he's up over here. We've had a stroke of luck. The man I followed leapt into the sea and was fished out by others in a rowboat. I saw them making for a merchantman anchored out in the bay. Considering the absence of fear, I must assume the one who fled had been commanded to report the outcome of the ambush. If we can identify the ship, then we will be one step closer to unmasking this vile puppeteer. And then we can... Another token from the esteemed Master Wilkin? How kind that he seeks to reward us. Ah, and there's a note here as well addressed to us both. You have my eternal gratitude. Twice now has my life been saved by red mages, and twice by one in particular. Mayhap you remember the day 20 years ago when the Crimson Duelists fought to save the life of a child? I remember you, Master Shrew, for your scarlet garb was forever etched into my memory. 'Tis a strange feeling to be recognized for a decades-old deed. Had he not known me, would he have been so ready to place his life in our hands, I wonder? Aside from a few wrinkles, I suppose I have changed little in my appearance. I was clothed thus even while we worked to evacuate our fellow Alamegans, even as the homeland we knew crumbled around us. But in the end, it is the lives that matter, not the place. Regardless of the circumstances, a red mage must strive to achieve the greatest good. So I have always believed. Our actions are our own reward, but a little acknowledgement does wonders to sustain one's faith, huh? I've asked some friends of mine in the Signs of the Seventh Dawn to keep an eye out for that ship. We should know if the assassins seek to enter any of the major ports. Wait a minute, you know Scions besides Alizé and myself? Care to elaborate a little bit on that, Shroom? Ah, my Lenosian contact. Hi, this is Shroom. And they're still there? Excellent, thank you. It seems the assassin's merchantman has been spotted sailing into Aleport. Come, we've no time to lose. Well, we'll just take a roundabout ferry from Vesper to Limsa, and then Limsa to Aleport. perfection. Looks like we're heading up for the Aetheryte Square. So is everyone else having a fantastic, fun-filled Friday? My apologies for dragging you halfway across the realm, but I did promise you a journey. Now, as for the merchantman, I'm told it's anchored a short distance offshore. We need to know more about the connection between the ship and our foe. They may have simply paid for passage, but there's something about that vessel. I say we wander the port and see what gossip there is to be had. All good, Sylvan. I've got about 30 more minutes myself before I actually need to head out for some errands in town, so that'll be a good time to stop things.
Fun. See you around. Loved hanging out. Relieved face.
Oh, all right. We'll see you later, Cosmo. Thank you for stopping by. Have a fun day, or at least, a productive day at work. I hope it goes well for you. I enjoy you guys coming to hang out in the streams. Glad to know on the mornings that I don't work necessarily, I should be able to do some streaming. We can all hang out more. So it seems like either kind of the mid-morning or late evening is usually the best times, it seems. Okay, so it's essentially a ship full of zombie people. Wait. That Makote girl just said she made her whiskers twitch. Okay, is that just a saying, or what's up with that? You used to think I was just another crazy Vieira. It's to see you taking this game to the limit. Absolutely. Push to the limits and then go even further beyond. Well, that made me laugh. Thank you for saying that, Sylvan. I do kind of wonder about the Makote saying of making the whiskers twitch.
Asterisk still thinks you are a crazy Vieira, but an awesome one asterisk LOL.
Well, thank you, Alice. Apparently you and Sylvan are on the same page with that. I am Bodacious Bohemian after all. There's a method to the madness. Were you able to learn aught of interest? Strange crew? Mystery cargo? Ship's name unknown? I have heard much the same. I'm beginning to think that our assassins use the vessel as a floating base. With no permanent camp on land, it would certainly be easier to avoid the detention of local forces, not to mention curious adventurers. I also spoke with an acquaintance in the Yellow Jackets, and he confirmed the ship's official status as a trader to and from Radzetan, even if rumors of her dealings with Garlean agents in open water are rife. As long as the merchantman appears to trade within the law, however, officials are reluctant to force their way on board and cause an incident. They've yet to uncover enough evidence, it seems. Well, if a solid reason to investigate is lacking, then mayhap we should help them find one, huh? Let's have ourselves a look in some of their crates on the docks. Just a little innocent curiosity is all. Yeah, I like Shruntia. I can totally get on the wavelength and vibe with what he's doing. He's just fun to voice, too. I like his boisterous character. Yes, of course, Shrun. That's very, very inconspicuous and subtle. The one person down here on the docks with all this cargo. Yes, absolutely. See, at least this one's around the corner. It's not in the open. Oh. Well, don't mind me there, folks. I'm just going to take a little walk over here. I'm very fascinated with the architecture of this walkway, you see. Ceruleum tanks. They've got fuel cells. Whoop! Looks like they caught me. Well, alright, we got ourselves a key. I guess you were more subtle than I was, June, since you've not been attacked by people. Of course, it probably doesn't help that I was just investigating their cargo, not even 10 feet away from them. Sadly, Eorzea isn't Skyrim. I can't just put a basket over someone's head and have level 100 sneak and be completely invisible to someone, like, within a short distance of me. How did your investigations fare? I found a veritable bounty of military supplies. Ceruleum tanks, Imperial rations, Imperial insignias on everything. The authorities will be most interested to hear of this, I'll wager. What's that you have there? It's a very bulky key. Here you go, Jroom. Well, well. Dropped by one of the ship's crew members, you say? And I just so happened to found a most inconveniently locked box. I shall go and relay our findings to the Yellow Jackets. I'm sure you'll think of some use for that key of yours. Ooh. You hear a faint groan coming from inside the box. Oh, goodness. I've heard of Jack in the boxes, but does that make this a Jane in the box? So I think you were being economy mailed. Guess someone didn't want to pay the cruise fare. Crated her up like old Looney Tunes. Does the girl have a name? Ooh, Arya. Pretty. Very pretty name. It's a lovely name. Well, hello, Arya. I am Bodacious, Bodacious Bohemian. What happened here? Is aught amiss? So, apparently this crate had this young girl inside of it, Jrun. This last was inside the box? I might suspect a stowaway, but it was more likely she was kidnapped. The people who took you may be lurking nearby. We should probably put some distance. Oh, come now, you needn't fear me so. Bodacious, please, say something reassuring, would you? Oh, don't worry, Arya. He's as gentle as a kitten. Well, you seem to have made a new friend. Let's see about arranging some lodgings for now, and we can discuss where to go from here. He's as gentle as a kitten, I love that. Yes, Bohemian, Bodacious Bohemian. Yes, the James Bond music, perfect. Little intrigue, of course. Okay, I was wondering if he was going to try to put her up in lodgings here in Aleport. Jrun, did you not just say that it would be smart to make some distance? I think getting lodgings for the poor girl in the same port that she was brought to in that crate may not be the smartest of plays. Okay, yes, they're absolutely doing that. Okay, yes, sure. I'm sure they won't think to look for their missing cargo, quote unquote, in a nearby inn. You know what, we'll just not worry about this. The poor girl was asleep within moments. This entire ordeal must have left her exhausted. As for the results of our efforts with the cargo, I suggest we continue this conversation outside. I presented our findings to the Yellow Jackets, and the evidence was indeed sufficiently damning to spark a full-scale investigation. Regretfully, it appears the assassins caught wind of the coming storm. A squad of soldiers was dispatched to the docks, only to witness the merchantman sailing away with all hands on board. Not quite the outcome we'd hoped for, but at the very least they'll no longer find a warm welcome in Eorzea's ports. Alright, well, if they're supposedly gone, I guess she might be safe here, although I'm still not a big fan of this idea. The other issue we face now is what to do with young Arya. Her breath carries a faint aroma that may account for her memory loss. Oh dear, was she drugged? Exactly. I suspect she was subjected to a certain incense, which, when inhaled, can cloud a person's mind. The next step was likely to brand her with one of those vile sigils and effect the permanent destruction of her free will. It was fortunate that you released her when you did. Arya remains muddled, but her condition should improve with time. And once her memories have returned, we can learn exactly who she is, and just as importantly, perhaps, the circumstances which led to her capture. I so wish that it would actually show the dialogue choices you pick in the cutscenes in the event log, because the fact that you can say he's as gentle as a kitten just tickles me pink. It just skips from one to the other, but I still like that. Yes, he's a very heroic kitten. A storybook kitten. Oh my goodness, I need to stop. I need to stop. I have spoken with Arya, but it seems her memory has yet to return. The incense used must have been potent indeed to create such a lasting fog. If she cannot recover naturally, then we must rely on some familiar sight or event to jolt her senses back to normalcy. Might I ask that you take her out somewhere to test my theory? She seems far more comfortable around you, after all. At the very least, I would know from whence she hails. I shall call once more upon my acquaintance in the Yellow Jackets. Surely she has family who are searching for her. Okay, so we are now to 56 for Red Mage. How about we take a moment to switch back over to one of our lower quests? I kind of want to see where the Samurai one's going. I haven't done too much with that yet. And I still need to do pretty much the entirety of the Paladin. Where am I closest to? Let's go to... Oh, the Samurai has a great story? Well, then maybe I'll have to start with that one. I still got about 15 minutes. Let me see if I've got enough time to get started on that at least. Oh, we're actually going to Limsa Laments for that. Perfect. So we need to go to the upper decks. Drowning Wench will go to the aft castle then. A music roll vendor? Is this new? Or have I just never noticed before? Oh wow! Apparently I don't know any of these. I guess I'll buy them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. I can do that, I guess. Because it should have the little check mark if I've already unlocked it, I believe. I have the player that's in the inn room. I just stay at the inns. I don't have an apartment or a home. Oh, well, I got an achievement though. Leader of the band. There we are. I still have some ones that'll need to be repaired too, however I do that. Perfect, so I got an achievement. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm almost tempted to give Musasai the cranberry voice, but I should save it for the Vanu. I should totally save it for the Vanu. I should not give him the cranberry voice. Such a vibrant port city, brimming with people of all races and creeds. Mayhap one day Hingashi too will learn to open its arms to the world. I don't think he would sound like that. I really don't. Now then, as before, Momozigo and I shall seek out evil and injustice in this place. Pray use the time to further hone your skills in our art, that you might stand ready to contend with whatever villainy should manifest. Oh my gosh! What do you think, Sylvan? Alice? You guys think I should do cranberry voice for Musasai? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. I can't. I know. I'm sure he's supposed to be a very serene and serious character. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should make it more low and dramatic. I'm not sure. Now then, as before, Momozigo and I shall seek out evil and injustice in this place. Pray use the time to further hone your skills in our art, that you might stand ready to contend with whatever villainy should manifest. Like I said, there are some options there for sure. There are some options. Because I do like reading the stuff for the characters, and I want them to feel like they have their own unique personalities or something. I just don't want it to seem like I'm, rehashing the same voices for multiple characters. Although at some point I'm going to have to. So, the old man bought a fish, carved it up with his katana, then devoured it raw. He offered me some. I declined. Ooh, I like that robe. Hello, Sylvan. I know. I should not give Musasai the cranberry voice. Oh, goodness gracious. How to destroy a truly unique and dramatic character by giving them one of the doofiest voices you possibly can. Oh, goodness gracious. I'll figure out something how I want Musasai to sound. Oh, you've got like the Ozzy Osbourne shades on under. That's cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, I definitely shouldn't because I don't think I can reach the pitch. But with how much he talks about evil, I almost wanted to try to make him sound like Mermaid Man from SpongeBob. Evil! Another good option. Bodacious, your katana has come to sit well at your hip. 'Tis plain your experience excising evil has matured you as a samurai. I can't, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Nice dress. I like that actually, I really like that dress. I have had an eventful time in this salt-kissed city. In the course of seeking evil, I came under the suspicion of the local peacekeepers, the Mellow Packets. The Mellow Packets. A serial killer has been terrorizing these parts, 'twould seem, whose weapon of choice is an uncommonly sharp blade, one not unlike ours. And so I found myself confronted and questioned. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe I just shouldn't. If I can't decide on a voice for him, maybe I just shouldn't read it. Oh, so the wounds were made by a katana. Do we have a rogue samurai or a copycat? All right, so to Hawker's Alley. What dress is that? I'm actually curious. Mm-hmm. Cool. To Hawker's Alley. I have just enough time to do this before I'm going to need to wrap it up, actually. Ah! Hello, Kyoko-rune.
Killer makes Shirin dead, makes Kyoko-rune afraid, afraidfully afraid. Kyoko-rune shaky wake all night.
I'm not sure what they'd sound like, so I just wanted to give it like a really weird voice. There should be another person around here I can talk to. Ah, yes, Bainsing. The recent murders. Gruesome business, that, and it seems no one's safe neither. Why, even a traveler got himself sliced up, the unlucky sod. What sort of sick bastard will do a thing like that? Ooh, it sounds like someone got sliced and diced. That's not good. That's not good at all. The serial killings. Oh, don't get me started. We all of us here have been on edge. One of the victims was a regular of mine. Navigator rest his soul. And I pray that the culprit is caught soon. Not a whole lot of information available. People are disturbed, rightfully so, about what they're doing, but nothing that concrete. Aside from the fact that it says it also is targeting Chichirin? So they're getting abducted at the docks, perhaps? Okay. Ah, so we just use ourselves as bait. I suppose that's an option. So who's the lucky one who gets bait? Who do you think gets to be the bait, Momozigo? I could just imagine both Bodacious and Musasai doing the finger on the nose, not it thing. And then just look at Momozigo. Yes, he's preying on somebody who doesn't obviously carry a weapon. Come on, Momozigo. I'm sure you can be a good bait. Ah, hello, Kara. Oh, goodness, and I probably should just about get ready to wrap this up anyway. Just get ready to get it for my errand in town. I think we'll pause here for now. We'll have to resume some more of the side quest stories later on. As always, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Wonderful to get to chat and hang out with you all. I look forward to seeing you in the next stream. And in the meanwhile, you all have yourselves a fantastic, fun-filled Friday.
You have a good day.
Thanks bunches, Alice. Until next time, everybody.
Bye.
Yep, bye, Sylvan. Thanks again for tuning in as well.